It just seems like if your team gets better, you win. Yeah, that's MVP. I have a better team than you, and I win an MVP.
Let's start there. Let's start with that conversation. Laker Nation needs a check-in from you. Right now, we are third Western Conference, still about what is that, 8 games behind San Antonio. So may or may not catch San Antonio, 10 games behind Oklahoma City. But more importantly, Luka Doncic is going absolutely insane and making a real push for MVP.
Okay.
Yeah, how do you feel about Mr. Averaging 40? Because I think over the last like 9 games, 10 games, he's averaging 40 points per game. How do you feel about Luka's MVP odds?
Let me just be honest with you. What you're doing lately is amazing. What you've been doing all season has been, amazing. What you've been doing for your career is amazing. And you've been a top 3, top 4 MVP candidate every single year. The odds, you're fourth at best right now. You can really fight for fourth because everybody else has been standing on business. Also, all year long, even though you've been doing it all year long, but when you're with the Lakers and you lose 2-3 games in a row, it's like the world is ended, right? If you don't see the record and you ask everybody where the Lakers were, they will say 6 or 7, 8 at best, right? That's how the Lakers news is perceived, right? You got to go 82-0 for you to be received very well in this Lakers atmosphere we call the NBA. So, you have Shea doing what Shea does, right? And he's reigning MVP, and you have to beat him out with a big case. And no one has a big case in dethroning him. Who can catch him seems like Wemby can catch him. And with Wemby, it's a weird one because yes, defensively he is dominant. Offensively, he's ranked 22 in the NBA. Shea's ranked 2 in the NBA. Defensively, win shares, he's ranked, 6, 7. Right? So his defense to offense is a lot better than Wemby's defense to offense. Right? Right. The production offensively from Wemby, he's doing enough to be two-way player, but it's more of a defense to offense versus Shea's offense to defense. And he's on par with the Michael Jordans and the Kobe Bryants, where they're these elite scorers that shut down also, right? You're shutting down also versus a defensive guy who can put the ball in the basket also, right? So it's that weird combo. So I think those two are 1, 2. Then you have Jokic with a triple double, 3. So it Shea's to lose to Wemby, but I don't think Luka's close enough. He can do much of anything right now in the last 8 games, unless he scores. Even if he scores 8 50s in a row, I don't know if it's enough for voters to be like, we're going to remove Shea.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the Kia MVP race. Wemby at 1. This is from 2 days ago. Wemby at 1, 24 points, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks. Shea at 2 at 32 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Jokic at 3, 28, 13, and 11. If I'm not mistaken, he leads both in rebounds and assists.
He's leading the league in rebounds and assists?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Luka at 34, 8, and 8.
That's a good ass race right here.
This probably one of the better ones, but my fear is that one, you're right about Luka getting that treatment from being on the Lakers. Last week he was ranked 2, goes on a stretch of averaging 40 and winning games, and then jumps down to 4. Makes no sense.
Yeah, it does.
How does that make sense?
It's called psyche, bitch. That's all that's called. I'm gonna make you pretend that you're close enough to win it, but come on. Voters know who they want already, right? So they're just putting people in there, and then they're just moving the goalposts. And
Okay.
that's all it is. It ain't. There's nothing these guys can do right now unless it's just out of this world. Um, so you're gonna give it to Shea unless Wemby just goes berserk in these last couple games. But if you're San Antonio Spurs, are you gonna try to burn him out to get it? Because we already know OKC is not gonna let Shea not get this. So there's gonna be games towards the end where he's gonna score 50 and possibly 60. He's going to do his damn thing over there. So that means you and your team is going to have to start playing Wemby 38, 48 minutes for him to put up that production.
So
Because you're a visible one because you've been saying it all year. But the voters still got Shea. They're just messing with the ladder right now.
so
Right? So as soon as the Spurs lose or Wemby has one of those rough games, he's going to jump to third. And then you're gonna go from first to third. It's gonna be one of those looks.
that's what I was gonna ask you. That's my second point. Is that as a Luka fan, it honestly looks like Luka will never win an MVP in his life. I know this sounds crazy,
I'm
but the
pretty
past,
sure Carmelo thought the same thing, and Charles Barkley. I'm pretty sure they thought the same thing when Michael Jordan was in the league. But at the end of the day, it just seems like if your team gets better, you win. Yeah, that's MVP. I have a better team than you, and I win an MVP. Right? It changed. The rules changes every year. Right? So if Luka averages 31, 8-8 next year, and Lakers are number one, Luka's the MVP. It's that simple, because Lakers being number one, that's big news. You know what I mean? So throwing an MVP out for Luka and his team is number one, that's gonna be big NBA. That's you know what I mean? Come on, man, you gotta know the script. Understand what makes this league this NBA league move. That purple and gold jersey. Pow. So hey, at least it's fourth.
at least he's fourth. That's what I got.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He gonna get his. He gonna get his one day. But this is great. I mean, you got every year you got. I don't know how many years. I don't know what year when you can preseason say, all right, these 5 people are the MVP candidates. Like if Denver's 1, 2, or 3, or 4, what Jokic is going to do is going to put him in the MVP race. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Shea's doing what he's MVP race. Luka's number puts him in the MVP race. Moving forward, Wemby's numbers is MVP race. And then you got a healthy Giannis. MVP race, right? And don't let Joel Embiid somehow get new knees this summer. New knees, Joel Embiid is gonna be MVP, right? And then you got someone who is gonna be playing like an MVP player, but they're never gonna give him the MVP credit, and that will be Ant-Man and Jason Tatum.
Oh, Cade. I forgot about Cade. He's up on that upward trajectory.
No. His team has to be good for him to do that.
Oh, I think they'll be good. I think they'll be good.
No, I'm just saying the team itself has to be winning. The other guys, just their presence in just being healthy, they're going to be there because Giannis is going to average 33, 32, and 12 or 11. Jokic is going to be damn near flirting with a triple-double, right? You got Wemby, who's going to be next year damn near 26 and 14, 28 and 14, right? 3-4 blocks, MVP, right? So you have guys who just their body of work. We know if Embiid is healthy, he's playing 30 minutes alone, he's going to be anywhere from 32 to 35 and 12, right? That's going to be the MVP. Those are guys that's just their body of work. And I don't know if we've ever had that before. Damn. All at once, right? Even with Allen Iverson, T-Mac, Kobe, young LeBron, right? We're talking about that 05, 06 era, right? But, most of those guys had to have winning teams to be pushed in that category. So I like it. It's a good time to be a basketball fan, man. You get your ass out that nostalgia of the 1980s. right? Like, we know it started the NBA. We get it. We know it started the NBA. We get it. But God damn. It's it. Like the 85 Bears, we get it. Okay? We get it. You had a good year. Okay? Let it go. Right? Every time we play fucking Madden, everybody want the 85 Bears. Yeah, if you're Chicago, you want the 85 Bears. There's been other fucking Bears that's been good. Yeah, just let it go.